open a quotes file. We're starting it with grow a pair, use the kazoo.
All right.
Okay,
With that being with that being said,
a pair.
With that being said, for our new player, Ensign Woodyard, I appreciate you coming in. It's really nice to have a full group here with us. A couple of things. Yeah, just is there anything else that anybody needs to do before we start playing today?
I'm good to go. I got my food. I got my drink.
Um,
I'm just gonna have a small cry about how much threat a six-person party generates, and I'll be.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, this will be a 3-threat game.
That is far too much.
6.
That is 2 away
9,
from tactical nuke.
12, 15, 8. No! Who's doing it? Edward, stop! 9, 12, 15, 3 times 6 is 18. All right, 18 threats starting out.
This is far too much threat. This is too much power for one man to handle.
Yeah, good point. Kelly, you're on leave. See you next week.
Fuck you!
Okay.
Here, I'm pretty sure you guys won't be needing a helmsman, so I'll go ahead.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Last call. Anything? All right. With that, I'm assuming that we've been recording for the past 20 minutes.
Incorrect.
We'll start recording. Damn it!
It just hasn't been 20 minutes.
Oh,
Somewhere around the kazoo.
Somewhere around the kazoo. Since the kazoo.
Not the
This is
original
all the
kazoo.
recording?
Yeah, not the original kazoo, but everything post, I think, the second utterance of the word kazoo.
Like, create the tab. Now we're writing on the. Okay.
Yep. Even me muttering under my breath, all that.
It's staying in. Alrighty. Welcome to the USS Guan. I'm your wonderful GM Tyler here with all 6 of our players here. We have a full group going forward. Little do they know, they're in for one hell of an awakening. Last time we left off, we had a typical 2 weeks ago at this point in real life. We did have a classic anime filler episode. We had some fun times on the holodeck. We got our Commander Edwards a very well-deserved promotion to Captain Nick Edwards, and you also have received a new mission to rendezvous with our good old friends on the IKS Sol Rep, who apparently, according to Admiral Yannick, are in the process of defecting. But before we get into that, we have a new player to introduce. We're going to say it's around 8 o'clock in the morning. 0800, rather. Coming off of a runabout shuttle that had just docked is our wonderful new player, who I have a token for you somewhere. There you are. Ensign, you walk off into, as you're sort of pulling into the station, you see that it's a larger than average deep space outpost. Still, some parts of it are still under construction, but it seems that construction has halted on a couple of small portions of it. Mostly, I would say 95% completed. The Deep Space Fortitude, Starbase 1, we forget the numbers at this point. We just call it DS Fortitude. You along with you along with the crew of the shuttle, you are the only person coming along this transport route. You come from Narendra Station, which is the large station on the border of the Shackleton Expanse, coming to this small deep space outpost seemingly in the middle of nowhere, sort of throttled in between 2 great polities, the Klingons and the Romulans, with your new assignment. Ensign Woodyard, would you give us a physical description of your character, if you'd be so kind?
Yeah, he is a little tall-ish. He's about 6'1". He is very thin, almost basketball player-like, kind of like gangly, as it were. He kind of looks a little bit gangly like Jake Sisko. He's got short-cut hair. He's dark-skinned. And he has a very young, youthful face. Fresh and ready for the morning.
What a good time. Continuing here, you are met by a red shirt, probably a Lieutenant JG, who meets you right here at the door. I don't have a token of it, unfortunately. But, yes, Ensign Woodyard, right?
Yes. Yes, thank you. This is my first assignment. I'm very excited about this.
Ensign, we're gonna start you off with a roll here.
Okay.
This is this command level sort of ensign / lieutenant sort of looks at you. Your first roll of the game, good sir, is going to be an insight command roll. Difficulty, I'll make it easy. I'll actually give it to you difficulty 0. This is pretty obvious what you're looking for. I wouldn't say that you have any focuses for this.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you said that. Okay.
Yeah, difficulty 0, just trying to get some momentum on the board. 1 momentum generated. This Lieutenant JG looks you up and down. You're maybe a head taller than this lieutenant. Human lieutenant in a red shirt. His eyebrows go up, and the vibe that you get coming from him right away, Titan, is this guy sort of smiles and goes, "All right, Ensign. Well, this is going to be an interesting first assignment for you." He kind of thinks that you're sort of getting thrown to the sharks. Is the sort of vibe that you're getting from this lieutenant. You are going to be assigned to the science ship that we currently have docked. They are about to actually push off for one of their missions. Report to the commanding officer there. Actually, no, the first officer, Commander Hagen. Dr. Hagen. That is going to be your assignment. I can help you with your bags. You see he kind of comes up behind you.
Okay. Oh, here you go. That's the lightest one. You can carry this. I'll carry this one over here.
Okay. Yep.
Heavier one.
Okay, cool. And this lieutenant leads you off. You make your way onto sort of through the winding passageways of this deep space outpost. You see that it seems to be a pretty standard level. You've been on a couple of star bases. This is your first assignment. Certainly not at the level of Earth space dock size, but a good amount of personnel here. But the thing that strikes you the most is the sheer amount of Klingons on this station. As you were graduating, you weren't sure if you were going to be graduating while we're still at war with the Klingons, but we are now not at war with the Klingons. The Kinmeric Accords have been signed. Now we're at war with the Klingons. So you are surrounded by people who, at one time, were your enemies, but are actually now your ally. Lieutenant, who has yet to introduce himself, sort of walks towards the docking ring. So, what are your what's your specialty, Titan?
Well, I majored in astrophysics with a specialty in quantum mechanics focused on practical applications. So I'm pretty much a generalist when it comes to space stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's the technical term for it.
That is. You see, he chuckles. Guys have been walking for maybe 5 minutes in relative silence. You see the you sort of walk by the mat, not really that busy this early in the morning. People may be just going out on their morning duty shifts. The lieutenant sort of puts your bags down in front of the docking ring portal. You see this this Intrepid class starship out the window. You see it's a beautiful science vessel, sort of the dream of a science officer who's just coming out. You're at deep space in a Intrepid style vessel, which I think at this point some Intrepids have already been made, but its beauty and sheer power of sensors have just been sort of lauded as you're sort of being brought up.
I think at this point the Voyager has gone missing.
Yeah,
the
she's
Voyager
long
has been missing for a year, I think, at this point. Yeah, so you see this Intrepid class. The lieutenant puts the bag down and says, Ensign, can I give you a fair piece of advice?
Absolutely. Should I take some notes?
No, you won't need to take notes.
Okay.
He sort of he comes closer to you and he sort of puts your bag down and he goes, you're going to be on deck 7 with the other ensigns. Actually, the other ensigns are on lower decks than that, but since you are going to be a member of the senior staff, they've been looking for a science officer. You're going to be on the bridge. I'm not sure where you can find Commander Hagen at this point, but my advice to you is this. He sort of gets close to you, almost invading your personal space a little bit. That phaser that they gave you when you graduated, keep it on you. Go to the holodeck, practice.
You hear Titan go, okay, I will.
And Ensign?
Yes.
Be careful with the engineering staff on this ship. They are all really tightly wound, and the chief engineer, honestly, they scare me. But anyways, so you have fun. I have to go on my duty shift, but meet up with Dr. Hagen, and you should be good.
Scare you?
What?
How?
Oh, you'll see, Ensign. And the lieutenant immediately turns around and walks down the hallway.
I said to myself, scares you? I can't imagine any Starfleet officer scaring me. I pick up my bags and I continue on.
Continue on. Where would I suppose I should probably be looking at our little crew rotation thing. In the crew progression tab.
It's under the Guan Yu
What time
ships.
is it?
Guan Yu ship. Okay.
As we get more names, we'll fill them out. But
wonderful. Yeah, Hagen, where would you be sort of at the beginning, like in the morning?
In the morning, I make a stop by sickbay just to gather the reports on my way to the bridge.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Dr. Hagen, you get a ping as you sort of walk into the sickbay. Oh, we'll actually take you to sickbay. Boop. Oh, that ambient sound. We're making upgrades. You see Soral is at the science sort of analysis table. Doctor, welcome.
Sorol, nice to see you. Anything happen that I need to be made aware of? As I walk towards my office.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. Not as such, Doctor. I believe there was a slight engineering injury, just a simple burn. Somebody got too close to an EPS conduit. Simple treatment.
I'm
Other
sure
than that,
Kelly will love giving that safety briefing.
Thrall sort of says, yes, I'm sure, Doctor. Commander Hagen, you hear your sort of data pad that you always hold with you ding at you.
I bring it up.
You see, I'm assuming that you sort of have your sort of data pad segmented for both like doctor stuff and first officer
So
stuff.
the pad is one of the medical pads. It has the staff of the guy. You know the guy, the Greek guy, the medicine.
Asclepius.
Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
Asclepius, yes, Asclepius' staff on the back of it. She does have 2 folders up, basically 2 modes. Click one, it goes to command. Click the other, it goes to medical.
You see that you have a command notification waiting for you.
Bring up command.
You see that you guys are going to be on your way to the rendezvous point in the next couple of hours. You see that you have a new science officer who was just assigned and who just arrived.
Why does no one tell me when the new officer's alright? And I try to work that into my schedule first thing. I guess report time goes away. Officer meeting, okay. Alright, Sorrel, I'm gonna need you to hold down the on the report. Send me anything that I need to know. I've got a new officer that I need set up.
Yes, Doctor. Is there anything I can get you? A coffee or something?
Just tea, thank you. Black tea.
Okay. Well, there's a replicator right in there, and he turns around and goes out of the sick bay.
All right. I guess I'll wait for the tea.
He doesn't come back.
Certainly. Right then. I will get my black computer tea black with honey, please.
Hang on. Sorry.
Don't you dare do this to my office, too.
Hang on. A perfect cup and saucer of black tea with a little side dish of honey comes out.
I stir it in and head up to the commander's office, which is where we'll need to be meeting.
And then all of a sudden, the room just starts overflowing with honey.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know. I will not hide that from you. You to your command office?
Yes.
Okay. Commander Higgins' office.
I'll
God.
get some elevator music for this one.
I think he meant that he was going to put some in, not that we sing.
Well, we're a bit in between here. Hey, Lieutenant Torg,
Yes.
what haven't you done yet?
I'm doing that right now, actually.
Yay!
What's happening?
Thank you.
I moved this week, and so everything's been I'm lucky I
right,
have
I'm
the
sorry.
computer out where it needs to be.
Ah,
Yeah. Right, I forgot
Oh.
you moved. Sorry about that.
I'm confused. Okay.
For
Is
the
everything
crew
fine?
roster drawing thing.
Oh. Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Jeez. Okay. Anyways. Ensign Woodyard, you're sort of walking around on decks 3 and 2. You see a door that's marked Commander Hagen, or actually, rather, Dr. Hagen, do you notify Ensign Woodyard about where he should be meeting you?
Yes, I sent a notification to whatever communication he has that it's my office. It's marked Commander Kestra Hagen, MD.
Wow. You
He's
hear
much better at
doo-doo.
this than I was.
Truly.
What's that?
Whoa, whoa. Don't you did it us. Go hit the button.
What?
Here, I got
Is
it.
there a button? Where is that?
Oh,
Where is it?
It's under sound effects door.
There's a door sound effect. Wait, we gotta start over. Hang on. You. I'm so happy right now that there's a door sound effect.
I love the joy in this game.
I think I might at some point start doing the doots again, but just remind me that there's a sound effect. Okay?
Yeah. I want to see if there's a way to macro them down into that bar in the bottom so you don't have to
Captain
constantly-
Edwards deserves an inspiration for that shit.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Edwards, you do get another point of determination just for all of the work forever
Free stuff.
that you can use whenever. I'll give it to you. But you have to tell me at the beginning of the episode when you want it.
Okay.
So you can tell me if you want it now.
So he has 2 points of determination then?
No, he has one that's floating that he can
One-
use whenever.
I can add it to the pool, but if I don't use it this episode, it's gone.
No, I'm saying any episodes coming up, you can add that at the beginning.
Yes, but if I'll use it now. Fuck it. It's in the pool.
Okay, cool. Anyway, back in character. Dr. Hagen, you hear this you hear
Enter?
appearing before you is a blue-shirted ensign, rather lanky and tall. For our new players, good respect, would you be able to give a brief description of your character, please?
Dr. Hagen is a very slight Betazoid woman. She stands only about 5'4", a $125, soaking wet. She's very small, but and remarkably, she's very young too. Like, possibly too young to have the rank and command that she has.
Yeah, I would say, Ensign, as you walk in, you sort of see that this person who looks to be of your graduating class, truly like within a year or so, is currently wearing 3 pips, whereas you're only wearing 1 pip. That sort of immediately strikes you as you enter into the room, and you enter the room.
Ensign Woodyard, is it?
Yes, Commander.
Yes.
Very
relax.
stiff, very
I'm.
strict attention.
You can refer to me as Dr. Hagen or Commander, whichever you wish. Welcome to the Guan Yu. It is lovely that you're here. We have been needing a resident science officer. I believe that you will be assigned to. Let's see. Let me pull up the schedule here.
I will save you the time.
No, I've got it. Let's see. Okay. So you will be on Alpha Shift as our science officer. So I will be joining you on the bridge momentarily. Do you have any questions or concerns that you would like to bring up before we begin?
Ensign Woody goes into parade rest position with his arms around his back and breathes a sigh of relief. He goes, no, I'm just very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be here. You know, everyone kept saying to me, what did you do to make someone so mad that you ended up in the middle of nowhere? And I kept saying, middle of nowhere? I'm excited to be here. Are you kidding me? I'm on a great place with exploring places nowhere I've ever been before.
Ensign, relax.
Sorry, sir. I apologize.
It's fine.
Ensign, I will cut in here and add. What is Ensign Woodyard's service level emotion right now?
He's excited, very excited. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to say agitated because that sounds kind of negative or
nervous.
stressful, but no. He's got 10 thoughts and 1 mouth. So, you know, he wants to get them all out at the same time. So he's very.
Well, what are those 10 thoughts?
That's a fucking mood.
I won't give those to you unless you want to roll. So yeah, Dr. Hagen, you definitely feel a wave of. I think what you get, you haven't really run into like pure naive excitement yet, like out here, truly. You immediately are very refreshed by this, but I think mentally the way excitement sort of manifests is the psionic capability of Ensign Woodyard sort of almost looks like they're static, sort of expounding from it. Do you know what I mean? Like you can sort of
Right.
see like
It's just buzzing.
it's buzzing with activity. Exactly.
Well, Ensign Woodyard, I have to say that your excitement is refreshing and appreciated. Now, if you must know, I actually requested this post as well. I mean, on a prototype ship in the middle of an uncharted region of space? Now that's what we got into Starfleet for, right?
Absolutely. And these Intrepid class cruisers really something, aren't they? I mean, I was looking at them when they're approaching here, and I was like, wow, that's a beautiful ship. I can't wait to get my hands on those sensors. Sorry.
No,
Sorry, Commander.
it's fine, Ensign. I appreciate the excitement. Now, yes, you will be the department head for the science division, which means that you report to me, and then I report to the captain. Understood?
Understood.
I'm spending threat.
That's a lot of threat.
Oh boy.
Not my fault.
The entire room fills with honey again.
Oh dear.
Heading to the bridge. You're not here. You're here. Kelly would be in engineering. Yep. Lieutenant Mitchell, Ensign Strasser. Captain Edward. Lieutenant Torg. Please give me a. Yeah, give me a. Yeah, this is going to be Insight Security.
Worth noting, if it's 8 a.m., I am not on shift.
Who would be the technical officer on call then?
We don't have one yet. We haven't actually made
I
a second
see.
attack officer. Right now, it's Torque's first day. It's Torque's first day. He's getting around to their land. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Torg, please, actually, it's going to be a reason security roll. And it is going to be difficulty of 1.
Reason, security, difficulty 1. Well, you just spent all that threat. I will buy another die with threat.
Cool. Let me look at your focuses here, Torg. I will give you a focus of your 5th focus.
Noted.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 1 momentum generated. Stand by.
I can hear the sphincters puckering.
This is. Oh no! Spoiler! Spoiler alert! Everybody look away! Oh no! Okay, everything's fine. Okay, I won't say a map then. That's fine. Sorry. Lieutenant Torg, decloaking in front of you is a Didierdix class Romulan warbird.
In what orientation to the ship?
Probably 1,000 kilometers in front of you.
That is close in space.
Sir, Romulan warbird decloaking directly ahead of us.
On screen.
You see on screen, you see a coming out of cloak, that same like sort of flattened circle aspect of the front of a Romulan Didierdix class warbird.
So, Lieutenant Dune, I'm assuming they're pinging like the Solvark. Each ship has its own,
1 moment. Lieutenant Dune is gonna make a roll.
I don't believe Torg actually knows that question.
Lieutenant Dune, I believe, is the.
Yeah,
Oh,
I asked Dune because he's at operations, and if this is an activation, we get to give him a talent, value, focus, discipline, or attribute. Are we
yeah,
really
Dune
only activating Dune for the second time? He's only ever been in just chatting. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and please provide him with whatever focuses you'd like. And somebody who is not currently in the scene can roll for Lieutenant Dune.
Yeah. Kelly, he's in your department, so you can figure out what you want to give him. Don't give him Transporter Chief, though. I got plans for that.
Okay, so let's give him damage control.
I believe he already has damage control.
Yeah, he's got damage control as a focus. I'd say give him a talent, bold or cautious.
Ooh, yeah, let's go with cautious engineering to sort of balance out Sersha.
Cool.
Okay. There you go.
This is going to be a reason engineering roll. I'm sorry, no, it's going to be a reason con roll.
Reason con?
Reason con. Yep, this is ship identification.
Okay.
Yep, reason con roll. This is going to be difficulty of. This is going to be difficulty 1.
Well, here we go then. Hey.
Lieutenant Dune, the Romulan warbird, who I'm sorry is not 1,000 kilometers out, he is 100,000 kilometers out. I misspoke. Is not reading as the Soul Wreck.
Yellow alert, hail them.
The ship goes to yellow alert.
This is just powering up shields, which is natural when something, decloaks in front of you.
The ship goes to yellow alert. Immediately in the meeting room, you guys hear that the ship is at yellow alert. The shields on the USS Guan go up. You hail them?
Yep.
Coming on the screen in front of you is a Romulan commander who you have never met.
Where are we?
You are
start this
docked
conversation.
at Deep Space Fortitude.
Oh, good. We're very much in our space. Commander.
Don't the Klingon ships we have here detect this too? Because don't we have like a whole bunch of Klingon ships here at the station?
I'm sure there's a lot of people training weapons on this poor guy right now. Commander, this is Captain Edwards of the USS Guan Yu. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Okay. And just so that I can get your the Guan Yu's ship aspects, you are not training weapons. You're not doing
Yellow
anything.
Alert
You're
just preps the shields, puts power towards shields. We're protected by a station.
Mhm.
We're laughing.
Captain Edwards, my name is Commander Pumem. I have been sent here as a delegation from the Romulan Senate, urging a urgent audience with the commanders of this station and of possibly Starfleet Command.
So urgent you couldn't call ahead? Decloaking right off of our station's kind of a scare tactic.
Then I'm afraid that we do not have the time to speak about the way in which I uncloaked. There is a danger to this entire region of space if we do not act immediately. As you can see, I have not armed weapons. My shields are down. If you would like to wipe me from the face of this from this area of space, you can be my guest. I'm here as a delegate.
At your command, Captain.
Lying down, Torg. Alright. I'll set something up with Admiral Yannick and we'll get back to you.
And okay. You hang up. You see Torg. you see on your sensors that sort of like a good part of the, I don't know if you guys remember, a good part of the Klingon fleet has actually gone back to Narendra Station, but there is still like 2 wings of ships here. You immediately get a hail from the lead ship.
Set
From the Klingons.
on screen. Commander?
We are coming in. We are going to be here in about 15 seconds.
Stand down.
Captain.
Stand down. He's here on a diplomatic mission.
A Romulan crossed all the way this way for a diplomatic mission?
A single ship? We would blow him out of the sky. Whatever he's up to, we'll figure that out in a bit. Just stand down.
Yeah, this is. I'm gonna spend threat. I apologize. Please give me a. Yeah, this is presence command, for sure. Presence command.
Notified at this point. What's going on?
The only notification that Hagen and Woodyard have is that the ship is at yellow alert.
Oh,
And if
well,
it's
then
sa-
that's battle section.
Well, I think red alert is battle.
Yellow
alert.
Yellow alert is just you may be called. You're still off duty. Just kind of letting the ship know. Power up shield, stuff like that. You're on duty though, so you would walk out here.
Yeah, it's at
I'm imagining at about this point.
Yeah. So coming in, a meeting so quickly interrupted. Just one moment here. Let me get all of our people here. You see Ensign Woodyard as you walk onto the bridge following Commander Hagen. Commander Kelly. Apologies. You see a bridge bustling with activity. I don't have
you were right
tokens.
the first time.
What did I say?
You
What?
said Hagen, and then you said, "My apologies, Commander Kelly."
I grabbed the wrong token.
Yes, you did. It was weird.
Got it. Yeah, I
Damn it.
understood what was going on, though. I got it.
Okay. Their names aren't similar. I don't know what's the issue. You're following Commander as you're following Commander Hagen from the meeting room onto the bridge, you see a bridge bustling with activity. You see red shirts and engineering staff bustling onto their active duty stations. You see the tactical station is readying. The shields are up. You can see that on the display back here. You see your science station right up here.
Excellent. The Warbird is on the monitor, or is it the...
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. You see a view screen currently with a Romulan Dedirdex class Warbird. For those of you who listening to this, that is a scale 6 ship. 2 scale units above the ship that you're currently at. However, you are currently by a scale, scale 12 or 13 starbase, and you have Klingon reinforcements coming in. Yeah, Ensign, you have never seen one in person. Obviously, you've only seen them in drawing, in like photos of them that you have that you saw in the academy. But that's what you are met at.
He might have
Per se.
seen like holographic images of them
Oh yeah,
on like a holodeck or something.
I walk in and go, Romulans?
Listen, to your station.
Yes, sir. Yes, Commander. And I go to my station.
Ishizumi just shakes her head.
no room. All right. Sorry, we were in the middle of a roll. Presence command. Yeah, presence command. This is going to be opposed.
Okay. Focus number 6, diplomacy. I'm literally arguing on the side of diplomacy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay. The threat.
How much?
Just 1.
All right. I will. I will spend back at you.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And re-rolling the 20.
Cool. Do you have bold command?
I do.
Ah. Okay.
I've got bold command and bold security.
All
I'm
right.
going to collect all 6.
My target number is the same as your target number. 12.
You can't have a cautious and bold are the same.
Yeah, they are. I believe they are mutually exclusive, right?
Yeah, they are mutually exclusive. You can have a bold,
One or the
cautious,
other.
or cooperative, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay,
What's
that
the-
is one.
Sorry, but what's the difference between a cooperative and a cautious thing?
cautious is you buy with momentum, you can roll it. Collaborative means if you're assisting someone, you can re-roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hardly as helpful as the other two.
Okay.
I agree. Yeah. Once it's and yeah, you gain momentum. You see this Klingon. You sort of. Are you still seated? Or are you standing?
I'm still seated.
Okay. This Klingon sort of looks at you and goes, "Oh," and hangs up. And Torg, you see on your tactile screen that they sort of do a stations keeping, but they are still in. If they need to, they can still go into a tactical formation.
Have they armed their disruptors?
They're currently at battle readiness, like shields up, weapons armed, weapons trained on them. You notice that Deep Space Fortitude is currently responding they're gonna be shields up as well. They're not weapons aren't trained on them currently since they have 2 full wings of Klingons and the Guan Yu against 1 ship.
Lieutenant Dune, bring the Admiral up to speed and open hailing frequencies with the Romulan ship.
Lieutenant Dune. Oh, sorry, that's not my character.
What am I supposed to be playing Dune now? Because you've established his personality.
Well, he is a supporting character. I do play him in an NPC sort of standpoint, but if you'd like to play it, or I can just play it.
Okay, go for it.
Dune goes, "Yes, sir," and begins sending quote unquote emails, quote unquote Slack messages to sort of the command staff of
MS
the
Teams.
Space Fortitude. Yeah, we're a Slack. Starfleet is a Slack organization. I'm sorry. And then you open hailing frequency.
Yes, back with the Romulans.
Okay. The Romulan commander looks at unchanged. He seems to be. Mhm.
Go ahead.
He seems to be neither old nor young. Same sort of just command regalia. You see his. You see the staff that's sort of in the camera picture behind him are currently sort of rushing around, but they do not appear to be in a entirely offensive posture.
Or
Sorry
like we're
about
surrounded
the-
by 3 wings of Klingons.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sorry about the abrupt conversation end there, but as I'm sure you've detected, a number of Klingons were coming to say hello. I do head that off at the pass.
I appreciate that, Captain.
So, what's all this about?
Well, I can certainly come aboard and we can discuss it, if you'd like.
We'll bring you over. Lieutenant Dune, bring the commander over to Transporter Room 2.
Transporter room 2, aye. And you see a transport takes place. For the purpose of brevity, I won't require a roll. And then, who's going to be... That was so loud.
Yeah, I would turn that down.
Sorry. Yeah, that one I can turn down.
That was very loud.
I didn't build the
Transported the whole
soundboard.
ship.
Yeah, so you, so who is all going down to the...
Commander, you have the bridge. Torg with me.
Sure.
Okay.
He steps into the turbo lift. Sir, you know it would be helpful when meeting with a Romulan of unknown intentions.
Well, fortunately, our transporters took whatever weapons he would have had holding on him. So, nothing. We're good.
Still,
You were going to say a disruptor, weren't you?
yes, sir.
Well, it's a good thing you have a phaser. Let's go.
And we cut over to the transporter bay. We're going to take a momentum away since we are changing the scene. Whee! People in Doot and Doot. Okay. Random engineering officer.
Oh, I've got this.
Cool.
I'm activating Chief Fox.
Okay.
Because you name dropped him. I'm just finding his token. What did I name him? There he
Pearl
is.
Fox.
I thought you said
Th-
Fox.
that's-
Yeah.
That's an official Cation first name, by the way.
Okay. Just letting you know, an official activation requires a roll. So if you'd like,
Oh, it
I
does?
can
Okay, then
stipulate
just, No, he's just the
Okay.
NPC doing NPC stuff in the background.
Okay, cool. Yep, just moving forward, any supporting character activations, in order for it to be an activation, a roll is required.
Yeah, he has no
Um,
stats and no sheet yet.
Okay. Chief Fox sort of nods at you. You see he does have his Chief Fox does have a phaser out and sort of says, "They're coming over right now, Captain."
Okay, let's greet our guests.
Okay. My prep time. Doot. Doot doot. Okay. Nope, that was on my to-do list, but it did not happen, so boop, boop, boop. We're just gonna use this as a token, that's fine. It might say Admiral Velma if you look
So
at it.
which one is this?
So this one is going to be, and I know how to do this too. The one in front is going to be, and then these two are going to be just not dead, but yeah. So transporting in front of you, Captain, is a. Oh, thank you. Wow, just so amazing. Transporting in front of you is the same captain, rather commander of the vessel that you just met, with two Romulan aides. Of course, since they went through a Starfleet transporter room, they are unarmed. However, they do have sort of their hands visible. So, the Commander Pumem comes forward and says, "Captain,
Commander?
I appreciate you being willing to be diplomatic. I was worried upon venturing out this way that if we met the wrong sort in Starfleet, that this could have ended very differently. So I do appreciate it."
Well, we try to keep you guys on your toes. Please, come with me. We'll take you up to the meeting room and we'll figure all this out.
Following you. What is Torg doing as you sort of make your way out?
Org will detail will make use of his chief of security to put some security people behind them, and he will walk alongside the captain.
Okay. So there is a security detachment there as well?
There is.
Okay, cool. One moment here, and then
I got you.
Thank you.
Hopefully they're going to be as good. Hopefully they're going to be better this time because they were completely incompetent last time we ran into Romulans.
Anyways, coming in here, there. Where's that Romulan token?
Here, I got them. Just go to the meeting
Okay,
room
cool.
and bring them with me.
Okay. Awesome. You see that the two sort of security, one sort of sits down as well, and another one stays standing.
Commander Hagen, will you join us in the meeting room?
Certainly. That would mean who has the bridge?
Nishizumi's on the bridge.
Nishizumi, you have the bridge.
Instead.
Or will direct the security personnel. Wait outside.
Aye, sir. And they do wait outside. Walking into the room, Commander Hagen, you see 3 Romulan officers in front
I
of you.
look at the commander, and I'm immediately gonna scan what's there.
Okay. You're so just so that I'm being clear, you are trying to get deeper than surface, right?
I'm sorry?
Are you getting deeper than surface, or are you just wondering what surface thoughts are?
Surface thoughts for now.
Okay. You read nothing from the 3 of them.
Are Romulans immune to it?
To your knowledge, Romulans biologically are not. No.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay. You still, to clarify, you can't put a finger on any specific emotion. You're not getting like a direct, like the excitement that you read from Ensign Woodyard was immediate. Like,
oh, no, I'm not trying to get their emotions. I'm trying to read their surface level thoughts. I'm trying to get words.
Oh,
what
okay.
are they thinking?
Okay, then for sure you don't hear anything.
Wow. Interesting.
This is Commander Hagen, my number 1, and Chief of Security Lieutenant Torg.
Before we begin, Captain, we should administer the test.
Absolutely. So, Commander, this is a quick test to ensure you're not a member of the Changelings in the Dominion. Do you acquiesce?
The commander holds out his arm, and then the 2 attachés following the same lead hold out the same.
I open up my medical kit, get out an empty hyperspray, and start the test.
Okay. They sort of swivel in their chairs to face you. You scan starting from the left.
Mm-hmm.
The blood that, are you doing a blood test? Yeah.
Blood test.
Okay, cool. So you get the blood from the Romulan. You sort of shake it around in the hypospray vial. Shake. Appears to be Romulan blood.
All right. Yeah. Next one.
The second one, you take the dose. You see the Romulan winces slightly. Take it. Shake. Appears to be normal blood.
Yeah. Third test.
The commander does not wince. And shake.
Yeah.
Normal blood.
I hold my
Right
own
then.
arm out for the test.
I take the test and do it to myself as well.
Or we'll also volunteer.
Okay.
Just when we find out one of us is a changeling.
That would be wild, wouldn't it? Anyways, Torg, our plan. Do it. Just kidding. He would just
initiate.
kill you
Fuck
all.
the crew.
Yes. Hagen, you scan yourself just to be safe. You get blood from yourself. Everybody is as they appear.
Well, everyone's who they say they are.
Perfect. Now that the formalities are completed, Commander, please. Commander, not Commander. Not Doctor.
Yeah, Commander.
Yeah.
Commander, one moment. Commander Puman looks up at the 3 of you and says, I am on good authority, Federation intelligence resources being what they are. Ours are certainly what they are as well. We have a defector who has attempted to make contact with Starfleet Command in order to defect to the Federation with a Romulan asset. Is that something that you're willing to confirm?
Fortunately, I've not heard tale.
I don't think I'm aware of this. Can I glance at the captain at this point? Because I don't think I was in on that meeting.
That would have been like an hour ago.
Yeah,
chronologically.
This is new information. Yeah, new information, definitely.
My eyes cut to Commander Edwards and then back to Captain Edwards and back to the Romulan commander.
I'm sorry, I haven't heard any tale of a defector from the Romulan Empire. Which focus do you want, buddy?
I will not allow diplomacy or gambling. I will give you a pick of deception or Starfleet protocol, and that you
go ahead.
Because both do apply, but they apply in different ways. Are you just trying to lie to him, or is your motivation behind saying this that truly Starfleet protocol prohibits it?
Starfleet protocol prohibits me passing anything on. Now, we have not officially been told that it is a defector. So both do apply. It is this person who we know is coming over with information and possibly to assist us moving forward. I do not believe the term defector was ever used. That's the problem with the whole week-long between.
I believe it says in our log that
you can't trust my log.
Well, all right. One moment here. I'm not struggling. I'm just trying to get my stat sheet out.
Because if you were to trust my log, then Kelly definitely said the word, "Hey, Dad, apples, please. My friends have scurvy. Okay, thanks, bye."
Yeah, you're right.
Which is not entirely out of the realm of possibilities, but...
Mm-hmm. One moment. Okay. Yeah. I will allow you a focus. Just let me know what focus you're using.
I'm going to stick with protocol because what I'm saying is not technically deception. Starfleet protocol prohibits me talking about mission briefs, and the other part I said.
Okay.
Let's go.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and this is, of course, going to be an opposed roll.
Yeah.
It is going to be a secret roll on my side. So just be that as it may. Go ahead. I will allow you to take your pick of resources first.
If I spend all the threat, then you can't. That's how that works, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sighting focus. Definitely buying one with threat, second with momentum.
One with threat, second with momentum. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to this one. Go ahead and roll. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not tell you what to? Yeah, presence command. Yeah. Definitely. I'm sorry.
I'm going to reroll the 18.
I mean, reroll the 18. Got it.
Fuck me. Spend the determination that you gave me.
Okay, you can reroll your entire pool. Just let me know how much you reroll.
I kind of want you to have that complication, though. Nah, spend it. Okay.
Okay.
I will reroll I'll reroll the 18 and the 15.
Okay.
It's gonna work this time, I swear it. I made the rookie mistake of not leaving enough in the momentum pool. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that works.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Close my eyes so I don't see those dice because I can physically see them.
Okay. And then I'm sorry. So you said you're not aware of any defector? Quote?
Not currently aware of any defector.
Okay. The commander nods and says, well, it appears that Starfleet intelligence may have missed it. That is no fault of yours. The commander of the ship the vessel in question is rather cunning. This Romulan has made some very dangerous modifications to their vessel. I do not believe that they are coming here to this station and perhaps to the further on to the Klingon station, Klingon territory rather, to defect. I believe they are coming here to carry out some sort of an attack. They're...
Right. At this point, I would like to try to roll to see if I can see if this is truthful. Like, if not telepathically, at least can I read this guy? Is he being honest here?
Okay. So if you are at the outset, declare your intention. So is your intention to telepathically glean this, or are you trying to just read?
I'm going to try telepathically first.
Okay. This is going to be insight medicine.
Mm-hmm.
This will be difficulty of 4.
Okay. In that case, I'm citing telepathic prowess as a focus.
Okay.
And just for the hell of it, I'm going to give the Starfleet Surgeon's Decoration to reduce the difficulty of this task by 1.
Okay. I'm going to spend threat to keep it at 4.
Cool. Then I'll spend 1 momentum to get a dice and give you 2 threat to get another.
Okay. I'm spending more threat. Your comp range is 3.
Okay.
So Def 4, Comp 3, Insight Medicine. Okay. So,
and I'll re-roll that 17 just for the hell of it.
Okay.
For 1 momentum.
Sorry, do you have bold medicine?
I have cautious medicine. I spent a momentum to get a dice.
Okay, cool. Cool. So that is 5 successes, 1 momentum generated. For that here. You sort of close your eyes. I'm gonna make a private GM roll of my own. 1 moment. Can I ask you I'm going to ask you a question that I want you to answer from your character's perspective and try not to be too meta with it.
Okay.
To what level is Hagen hiding that she's doing that?
How do you mean?
So, are you making a conscious effort to hide the fact that you're doing this physically?
Yes.
Like, you're poker facing it?
Yes, because at this point, she is facing off with 3 unknowns who could be threats, and these are Romulans, so that it ups the danger here. So she's gonna try and do this, just give no more indication than if a human was just studying you, trying to figure you out.
Okay. In that case, oh, who dropped? What happened? Oh no. Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
To
welcome
be
back.
quite honest, to a Betazoid, that is exactly what she's doing.
Okay, absolutely. So this roll is not necessarily connected to the success of this roll. The roll that you just did is not opposed. I am giving you the success because you rolled above the difficulty with no compromise. However, what you have coming with you is an opposed roll. I'm going to say presence medicine.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no, this is going to be presence security. And the reason why I say that is because these people are not viewing this from a medical perspective. You're sort of on the defensive end of it. So they are looking at this situation and trying to figure out what's going on. They're looking for any clue, any sign. So I'm going to be rolling insight security. You're going to be opposing with presence security.
Presence security.
Okay. Yep. This will be one roll. However, since I am going to be adding 1 dice to my pool due to a NPC ability that the commander has, just for full transparency. So I will be rolling 3 dice.
Okay, composure apply here?
For sure. Yep.
Okay. Spend a momentum to get a dice.
Cool.
And
okay. Go ahead.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. 3 composure focus.
Yeah, presence security. My target number for this is 13.
A little bit lower than
What?
mine. Hey.
Okay. Yeah. Here's what you read from the mind of this commander. You sort of delve there. Immediately, you feel that this person has been brain conditioned against telepath. But you've met people who have been conditioned before, and it's not simple, but it is something that you've done before.
It's not impossible.
Yeah. So you're able to sort of, you see walls are erected in your path that you sort of struggle against for a second, and then they just sort of fall. And then, I'm sorry, what was your specific question?
My specific question is, A, are they being truthful with this? And B, are they hiding something?
Okay. To the mind of this commander, he has not yet told a lie.
Okay.
To the second question, is he hiding something?
Mm-hmm.
In a general sense, for sure. In a specific sense,
I mean, he's a Romulan, so
yeah. So this person is a high-ranking official within the Romulan military. They have secrets. Specific to this, you see a general view of trying to be as open as possible.
Okay.
Which strikes you as
So
very
odd.
unusual. Like, this person is, matter of fact, Hagen, it's not a human sense, but it is a Romulan sense of laying their cards on the table.
Oh, I think this is the first time she's ever met an honest Romulan.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she's met at least one, because then I mean to get a
Well,
test.
one, but he's Starfleet. This is a Romulan officer.
Yeah. My joke stands.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you get that information. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what the last thing was that was spoken. You see that the commander continues. This defector has made some very dangerous alterations to the propulsion system of their vessel. Their current capabilities are not yet known. However, we feel that their potential for energy output could be used as a weapon. And
how so?
Well, of course, without getting into things that I cannot say about Romulan capabilities, the person who is in command of this vessel you see that the commander sort of stops for a second and sort of thinks. We believe that this person is a threat and has made alterations that could be potentially used in offensive means. By that I mean some sort of wormhole projection weapons, similar to some subspace weapons that have been used in smaller polities, but on a much larger scale.
Well, that's not good. So, you keep just saying this person, this captain. Can we get a name?
Then you see that the two attaches look over to their commander for a moment. Currently, we believe it's under the name of Commander Darun. We have reason to believe that Commander Darun is not in her right mind and may do something catastrophic.
Now, forgive me, you say she's not in her right mind. So, by doing what you claim she's doing, you assume she is either A, I'm assuming, taken over, or B, coerced? Like,
we
right now,
are current.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because right now all you're offering me is basic information of this ship is bad, stop it, with very little evidence to go with that.
I was sent here by a representative in the Romulan Senate, who shall remain nameless. We are currently in talk with we have signed a non-aggression pact with the Dominion at this point. And Captain, that's not news to you.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We are currently using all of our resources to find this vessel. However, we have not been able to locate this vessel, even though we have they must have made some serious modifications to their vessel. We cannot use it. We cannot track it in our normal conventional sense through their cloak. You see a the adjutant to the commander looks suddenly at this guy. Hagen, you feel you feel a thought crack through, come through, and it's basically the Romulan version of, "Are you seriously talking about this right now?" Like,
I reach out to Edwards, and Edwards, you hear in your head, being truthful.
At that show?
Yes. And he's not supposed to be talking about this.
Well, I'm very happy you brought this to our attention. If you're having difficulty tracking them, what do you expect us to do about it?
Commander, Captain, let me just say that of course, I'm sure I'm sorry, Beta Z friend here, Commander, apologies, has most likely read into the fact that I am not the typical Romulan in these situations. I was sent here to ask for assistance in locating this vessel and destroying it before they do something truly terrible. And quite frankly, a fleet-based operation by the Romulan military could send shockwaves throughout both quadrants and cause more issues than I've already caused by coming here. We're trying to keep this as low profile as possible.
And I understand that, but you see my concern, right? So you're asking us to help you track down and destroy a Romulan vessel with zero evidence that you could then, hypothetically, turn around and prove the Federation attacked you unprovoked. If we had something to go on more than just your word.
This is recorded, right? Like, everything that happens on an Intrepid is recorded by the ship's cameras, right?
Yeah, there's audio-visual systems in place that, not at an active level, but they do record, like, for short-term purposes, recordings from rooms, especially when there are diplomatic meetings that are to happen. In most cases, especially at this level of classification, they're almost immediately sought out and destroyed, just for intelligence purposes. But yeah, there is at this point a record of course, there's a record of a Romulan vessel arriving.
And there's a record of this conversation at this point.
Yeah. Not so much evidence of this conversation, but evidence of this ship's alleged wrongdoings.
I have been the last communication that we received from Commander Darun was one of not typical. We of course, you may think that we don't run changeling screenings. We have our own way of screening for changelings. And
I'm sure you do.
If I could say that this was a changeling threat week and that we could rally all of our militaries together, Captain, and go towards this one adversary, then I could do that. But I don't have confirmation of that right now. The last communication that was sent was a manifesto of sheer nihilism and destruction.
Any possibility we could get a copy of that?
Thank you. And I understand wanting to keep this as low-key as possible, especially with your non-aggression pact.
Correct. I'm already at the length of the information that I'm prepared to give you at this time. What I can say, he pulls out a Romulan data pad, so not like a rectangle, but kind of like a cone. Not cone shape,
I know,
but
I've seen it. It tried to blow us
Yeah.
up.
He's sort of he hands it to you, sort of puts it down on the table. We have been searching in this grid here, and he sort of pulls up a star map that I will show you right now. Okay, one moment. Okay. You see that they've been searching mainly in this grid here, in this sector of space, which is a huge sector of space. There are truly so many star systems in this area.
Yeah. At our max warp, it takes 22 hours to get across it.
Yeah.
And that's 9.97.
But it's not outside of our sensor range.
Our sensor range or Voyager sensor range? Because we do not have an astrometric.
We don't have astrometrics, but we do have advanced sensors.
Anyway, that sector.
Yeah. Back to the meeting room. And we have been attempting to locate this Romulan, this vessel, which is not of a Dediridex class like the vessel that I came here on. It is of a smaller class that it would be considered a warbird, not a. Anyway, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I'm here to plead, and I'm not a diplomat at heart. I'm a rather young up and comer in the Romulan military. We need to come together and stop this. And I can't provide you with confirmation, but I can come here with my word as a Romulan.
It's bird of prey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to look it up.
Me too.
Well, Commander, thank you for bringing this to our attention, and we will be looking into this. That I can assure you.
Well, thank you. You see, he stands.
I also stand.
I am due back in Romulan territory. My ship and my staff has been making communications with members with I believe an Admiral Yannick, I believe.
Yes, Admiral Yannick.
I'm sure that he will be providing you a briefing, but Captain, I hope you know that I'm coming here in the most good faith way that I can possibly come.
Well, Commander,
Go ahead.
Until proven otherwise, I'm going to take that at face value. And I hold my hand out to shake it.
He shakes it as well. You see them make their way out.
I just nod at Torg.
Torg follows them, continuing to maintain his expression, and says, "I could murder you all right now and be fine."
Edward
All right.
makes the face, not with a phaser on stun setting, you don't.
Yeah, they make their way out. You are left.
Look at I look at Edwards and I'm just like, well, that was something. They were being truthful, and to be quite honest, I'm not sure that Commander was supposed to be telling us the amount of stuff he was telling us.
Yeah, they're far more upfront with that information than they should be under normal circumstances.
So whatever this is, it must scare the hell out of them.
Or they've gotten much better at their telepathic blocking.
Well, no.
I just insulted her entire being.
Now at this time, we are going to take a requisite 15-minute break because my throat is hurting. We will be back at, I would say 8:30 my time, but in the next 15 minutes or so. Cool.
Very good.
Coolio.
Alrighty.
Back to the bridge so we can stare at
Joke's
sunset.
on y'all. I've been playing Star Trek Online for like the half hour.
Oh, sorry, we haven't blown anything up yet.
Other than not, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a drink and throw something in the trash. Be right back.
Or they've gotten better at their telepathic blocking. No.
Just pure insult. Like, I, the person, just want to see the good in everyone. So, I want to believe them. That being said...
Hagen does not understand why everyone tries to hide their thoughts. It's a waste of time. Because on Beta Z, you just don't.
Mm-hmm. Because that's just creepy and weird, and you become a serial killer on Voyager.
Right, exactly.
He saved the ship, though.
He did.
I'm going to murder, but for the right reasons.
So like, what's this? We have a problem on Voyager that can only be solved by unchecked and rampant violence? My time has come.
Kelly, circa 5 minutes from now.
Okay. So now we have an extra Romulan to add to my list.
Good kitty. Baby.
I'm gonna have to switch a console out on this ship because the Emerald Chain Intel Juggernaut, it's really fun to fly, but it turns like a drunken brick that's been encased in concrete for 3 years and is in fact still inside the concrete.
Okay, so if you think that one's bad, get the fleet version of the Jupiter class.
Now I've got to compare base stats here.
Because that thing turns like a drunken whale on a 3-week bender.
Alright, let's see here.
I mentioned how much I hate these diplomatic back and forths.
I love them.
You and me both.
It's the best time for me to be useful.
Yeah, no. Like, on my cleric, I love them. On Edwards, not as much.
On your what?
On my 5e cleric, where I'm the leader of the party. I love this shit. But Edwards, no.
The fleet Jupiter turns better!
No fucking way.
It does! The Fleet Jupiter has a turn rate of 6, the Emerald Chain Juggernaut has a turn rate of 5!
Well, then what about the Miracle Worker Engineer class?
Oh, that's fucking funny. Let's look this shit up. Okay, tier 6 ships, Federation, Miracle Worker Cruisers. That's gonna be the Scott Operations Miracle Worker Cruiser. Turn rate 6! Suck it!
What's your turn rate?
5!
Jesus.
It's slow! Actually, no, it's not slow. It's relatively quick. Forward!
Yeah, but for some reason, they limit your weapons range to exactly nothing.
Well, that's because it's not very fun to blow up something that's like 3 pixels on your screen.
Yeah, I guess. I still feel like there should be a mod or a weapon or something you could get that would extend your range.
Fly a carrier.
I mean, I do. The Romulans I've got...
Your fighters will engage out to fucking 20 kilometers.
Right. I've got... let's see here. For my Romulan, I have the Intel Science Carrier, which is so large that even backed all the way up, it still takes up most of the screen.
Yeah, same with the Intel Juggernaut.
These two will go on for hours. So, Woodyard, how's life treating you?
Well, up until today, I don't think I've ever seen a Klingon or a
What's my
Romulan.
turn right here.
And now you've seen a Klingon at Tactical and the captain march 3 Romulans into the room right next to your desk.
What would you
Welcome
say?
to the frontier.
Good
33 degrees a second.
Say again?
33 degrees per second.
Let me head somewhere not in sector space.
Sector space is the best.
Not for
I'm
measuring
gonna
your
have
ship's
to talk
abilities.
to you guys about Star Trek Online. I've been trying to play this game off and on ever since it's been released, and I've never gotten past that Pajem mission because the ships turn so slow and everything is so slow, and I've just never gotten really far into the game. And then I've done a couple of those like mid sector space like encounters or whatever, and it stopped. But
I go
Jesus
as
Christ.
far as the Guan Yu's intro video needs me to go.
there you go. I only have that first starter ship, so I have never even had I haven't even upgraded to any other kind of ship.
Jesus Christ, I've got like fucking 15 characters at level 65.
Oh,
The
man.
Miranda is the most used ship because everyone makes an
Yeah.
account, plays the Miranda, and stops playing.
I think I'm gonna have to just play a little bit every single day for a while and get back into it. But it's a rough start.
It's a fine game with the ship stuff. It's a little
Yeah.
lackluster on the ground stuff, but as a Star Trek fan, you don't give a shit about any of that.
Oh yeah,
It's
of
content,
course. I mean,
and
this
that's all
is why I
that
bought
matters.
it. Yeah. No, it's
Listen,
absolutely.
this...
I kind of want
the
to see
Star
this
Trek
Intel
Online
Juggernaut
game-
next to your ship, Kestra.
What's that?
Are you talking about the Ronodare support carrier?
Maybe. It's possible.
Well, fucking log in and go to DS9.
That's it. Base turn rate, 5 degrees per second.
That is equal. But you've got fighters. I don't.
Not only do you have fighters, it comes with the bird of prey.
Yeah, you're talking about the Ronodare.
That would be the one.
Well, Well, today I learned this thing is larger than the Terran flagships. Okay, let's see. My turn rate at full impulse, or rather at full throttle, not full impulse, is 11.3 degrees a second. Oh, that's painful. Ow, hurts. Ow, hurts. I gotta re-engineer my fucking engines here. Oh, hey! Are you Jelena?
Huh?
Are you Jelena?
No.
Oh, okay. I just saw Ron O'Dare fly by. Oh shit, there's another one here with a fucking emerald chain jug.
Need to find different things to fill the intermission splash with. Right now I've just got the Monty Python one, but we can fill it.
We need to get sponsors.
We don't even advertise. We just upload and hope people click. Like, we don't even advertise in our own Discord.
We should advertise in our Discord.
I have told the GM that is his job. I'm producing, not advertising. I will draw the line there. I've also figured that I don't actually give my players breaks. They sit for like 3 to 4 hours. You cannot leave.
Okay.
I'm still talking.
I was able to re-engineer my thrusters for more turns, so let's see what the turn rate is now. Oh, it's still 11.3. Oh. Okay. That's tragic.
So,
And oh my god, this is with...
on the side of things that aren't Star Trek, Tim Minchin's Broadway show Matilda is getting a movie version of that musical. So fuck yeah.
Neat.
If you haven't heard any of Tim Minchin's comedy stuff, it's phenomenal. The dude is an amazing pianist. Like,
He plays the piano pretty good too.
nice. Yeah. Like, he has a song he was doing with an orchestra. It's got like an 8-minute piano solo. Just because he's like, fuck it, I'm the star. I'm gonna do this. My fingers hurt just watching him. He also doesn't wear shoes.
You know, if you ever really want to be impressed by
I
someone
got
playing
it up
the
to
piano,
13.2 degrees a second.
if you ever want to be impressed by someone playing the piano, look up people playing Rush E.
I scoffed because I just instantly heard Rush B and I thought it was Counter-Strike.
No, Rush E.
Yeah.
As-
No, I understand what you said.
I just got the K-less battle cruiser for my Klingon.
Lovely.
And Torgun mutes.
It's pretty fucking big.
I have an emerald chain jug. Don't talk to me about big.
So what does Mr. Woodyard Sr. do for fun?
Senior?
As in you, the player.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Just stuff,
How
A
very
little bit of
vague
a-
of you.
I know, real vague, right? No, I don't know, not much. Just hang out, do
Are you
stuff.
hearing anything? Because I'm not hearing anything.
I'm hearing him.
Right?
Yeah,
You hear me?
I hear you.
you.
Just Kestra can't.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's a Kestra problem, not a you problem.
Got it. No, I don't. Not much.
Let's see. He's muted on my end.
We're not talking about Tor.
Oh.
We're talking Woodyard.
I'm not hearing Woodyard at all.
Oh,
Did you accidentally mute him?
well, let me see if there's something on my
I don't
on
think so.
Discord.
Right click.
If there was something on your Discord, we wouldn't be able to hear you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah, no, it's exclusively a Kestra problem.
It says that he's muted.
Well, now he muted himself. He can unmute himself now.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna meet.
Now I can hear you.
So also,
that
I'm a
was
little.
weird.
I'm a little upset with myself. I never thought I could just mute my subordinates. That would have solved a lot of my problems.
It would solve a lot of problems, right? Yeah. No, I go to work, I come home, I put Star Trek on, and I play video games all day long. That's about it. That's my life. It's great.
It's a good life.
Indeed.
No, I mean, yeah.
You're not going to get judgment in that from the 10th Fleet Expeditionary Fleet, the 10th
Right.
Fleet server.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Yeah.
I would say that that's even more, like, normal than some of the other stuff that I've ran into on this server.
Yeah. I was
For
talking
sure.
to a friend last night, and I was talking about how behind I am on all the viewing. Like, I've only watched like the first season of Stranger Things, and I've only watched the first episode of Rings of Power. I haven't watched any of House of Dragon, and I haven't watched any, I just went down a litany of all those different shows that are on TV that I haven't been able to watch or anything like that. And the reason why I think I just spoiled for so much choice that I just go for the safe thing, and I just put on Star Trek. Right now. I just started another in anticipation of this game. I started another rewatch of Next Generation. I've just been watching Next Generation since last week or so. I'm already in season almost.
You chose the wrong show because this is far more Lower Decks than it is Next
right.
Gen.
Well,
Truly.
well, I was gonna say I should switch to Voyager.
Yeah.
Same shit, but
Yes,
Getting
There's
there.
Lots of Voyager
I started
references.
watching Lower Decks recently, and I told my friend it's a little more accurate to the Star Trek Adventures game than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah. I have a really super unpopular opinion. I'm not a big fan. Well, I've only watched one episode of Lower Decks, so I can't say I like it or don't like it. But
Hey, your opinion is valid.
No, what I was gonna say.
and
Well,
there's
something I don't
also
try to
other
judge
games
you
you can
harshly
join.
for it.
No, exactly. We'll judge you for it, but it's valid.
No, it's valid. You can have that.
It's not that I don't like Lower
People are
Decks.
allowed
I'm
to
not
be
a big
wrong.
fan of the animation necessarily, but But then again, I'm sure once I start watching it, I'm sure I'll like it. All of my Trekkie friends tell me, Trevor, just watch the show.
Yeah, watch the show.
So I'll get there.
In fact, after the game, just stick around and I'll put them on right in this channel.
Oh wow. Yeah, I watched the first episode and the episode where they have that statue of O'Brien at the end. So it's the first
Episode 3,
episodes,
Season 1. But who's
Yeah, there
counting?
you go. There you go. So that's it. Those 2 episodes I've watched. But other than that, I haven't watched anything else. I'll get around to it.
Awesome.
Mr.
With
Torg.
that, Torg, are we back or no? You are muted, just letting you know.
My apologies. Yes.
No, that's okay.
Right. Hey,
Alrighty.
go.
Welcome back, everybody, from our brief interlude. I had 2. This is going to be the most Wisconsin thing that I've ever said. I had 2. They're called cheddar wursts. Basically, they're bratwursts that are packaged and have cheese in the middle.
I love
We used to have those
things.
when we
With
used to have those when we
jalapeno.
were kids.
No, the jalapeno ones are bad. Objectively, you're wrong.
All right. So
I
show of
disagree.
hands, who wants a new GM?
Don't vote. Wait. I'm such a pushover. No, they're really good. I haven't had an informed opinion about it. I'm really sorry. Anyways.
Now you can make it back off, saying, "Okay," but then it's you.
Okay.
You can do it. Anyways, but we are back, and I suppose I will ask our since our last one was with our captain. Captain, what is the next step of your crew? I suppose are you convening a meeting, or are you just heading back to the bridge, or what's up?
Well, we'll escort the Romulans off. Kestra and I had our little chat. We'll head back out to the bridge, and obviously we can't move without Admiral Yannick's confirmation. So,
as you walk onto the bridge, Lieutenant Dune says, "Message from the Admiral, sir. I believe it's a priority one, not distressed, but it's a secure find. Sorry.
put it on.
To your ready room or to the main
Yes,
room?
my ready room, of course.
Okay. To the ready room. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna make that sound
Um,
effect too if you keep making it.
Meanwhile, in the whatever it is.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
Yes,
Hey,
that.
Kestra, you want to join me?
Wherein?
Ready room.
Yes.
I'll just call you in from the bridge.
Yes.
Oh, hey, man. No.
It's the one that says hail, not door.
Oh well, she's walking. Okay, anyways. Okay. That's such a TOS sound. I love that.
It's a TOS era game.
You see on your little tiny weird laptop thing, Admiral Yannick comes on the screen.
Admiral.
Looking slightly sick that there was just a Romulan vessel. Captain.
Never
I
a dull day.
suppose. Truly never a dull day. Well, this sounds like just the job for your first outing as captain, I suppose. I do not know what to make of the way that the Romulans are handling this. I have never seen them be so upfront. I'm sure I just got off the communication with Commander Kumim, a very unorthodox Romulan. Was that your assessment as well?
Yeah, like unnervingly honest.
Well,
Earnest as well.
that was your official read, Commander?
Yes, they were
Yes.
being as truthful as they possibly could be, and in fact, that commander was saying more than he should have.
Well, I have to say that if this thing has got the Romulans spooked this much, and the Dominion hasn't, I mean, they signed the non-aggression pact with the Dominion, of course, but they nowhere near garnished this level of response. We have intelligence communiques of some internal fleet movements. From our intelligence reports, nobody has crossed the neutral zone. So the fact that this Romulan warbird, the Diridax class, was just able to get past our warning nets and just was able to gallivant right on, notes how just crazy this entire situation is, Captain. What would you like to do, I suppose?
Well, so we've got two opposing reports. One of Commander Dune seeking asylum, basically, and the other one of don't trust Dune. So I guess we have to meet up with Dune.
Well, I agree. I would send a Klingon detachment with you, but I worry about the way that the Klingons will purport themselves with their dealings with the Romulans.
Yeah,
You
let's
averted
skip
a-
on that.
You averted a potential catastrophe by warning Kolron to back off. I need his.
Yeah.
He sort of he rubs the bridge of his nose. Well, your orders are we're going to send you out there. I cannot tell you how important it is that we get ahead of the Romulans on this situation. I want you to be the first person to first ship to find the Darun, no matter what state their vessel is in currently.
Exactly. Either this is a ploy for us to find their defecting Romulan, or this is a legitimate Dominion threat. Either way, we need to be there first.
So, ascertain the intentions of the. What I'm concerned about is it just I mean, it's even if it's not. It's a bird of prey, but a bird of prey has how many crew people on board of it at any one time? How are they? If there are all of them trying to get asylum, is that seriously an entire crew's worth?
No, I doubt it. Much like previous Romulans we've encountered in Klingon ships, they follow their commander to the grave up until the absolute last point, where they have to basically cause a mutiny to support their empires. So as long as Commander Tahun hasn't committed any outwardly moves against the Empire, her crew would support her. That's my theory,
Yes.
anyway.
I think it's a good theory, Captain. Commander, do you concur?
Yes. Quite honest, I'm not sure what we're looking at here. Whatever it is, it scares them, I think.
Yeah, they were fuzzy on the details of this wormhole projection capability.
I've been thinking that if they are able to project a wormhole with any amount of power, it could rip a planet in two.
could rip an entire system or group of systems. We don't know their capability. So
If they did it within a star and put the other end wherever they wished.
all right. Well, conjecture will get us nowhere, I think. Your orders. Figure out what the hell is going on, number one. Number two, if their intentions are true from our end, and if it is just the command staff that's trying to get asylum, collect them and get them back so they can be debriefed. If there is any hostile intention, either try your best to disable the vessel, or if you can, get back and I will retest the venture. The venture is currently on a mission that I won't go into at this point. They are currently stationed at Narendra, showing the flag, is what the official reports will say. But, Captain, I give you your discretion. If if you can apprise us of the situation, do so.
Consider it done, Admiral. We'll be pushing off momentarily.
Yannick out. Doop.
So, Captain, we probably should at least pick up a subspace signal booster before we head out. Just in case.
Yeah, that'll help. I love blanket orders. Like, figure it the hell out. That's very straightforward. All right, let's do this.
Aye, sir.
Okay. To the bridge. Da-da-la-la-la. I don't know.
Star Trek.
Captain Edwards and Commander Hagen walk back onto the bridge. Your staff is currently waiting. What are your orders, Captain?
What you asked for a subspace? What?
Subspace signal booster. It's
Which we should already have.
it's basically a satellite that you can deploy. It's a signal repeater.
Yeah, no, we'll have those readily available on the ship, just like probes and any number of things. Okay, just refresh my memory. During my last briefing with the Admiral, when I was told to rendezvous with this person, was I given general coordinates?
You were given
Sector.
a sector, and you were given a. Just one moment. Let me look at my notes.
The class of vessel.
Yeah, it's the Soul Wreck, the IKS Soul Wreck.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were told
So-
who to meet, where, and what to meet, but where to meet.
The last communication that Yannick had received is that they were. I'll pull everybody to the map. Is that they were taking off. They were taking off from Zeta Volantis and Romulan space and making their way towards Deep Space Fortitude.
Okay, perfect. So we'll head in a not north direction, which means we're heading towards our rendezvous.
Northwest.
And as far as Commander Gloom is concerned, heading in the direction of the last known sector. So, from observers, we're doing what both people want. Ten Nishizumi. Set course for coordinates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bearing Mark 2. Warp 7. What?
No, sorry. Straight ahead with a tiny little tilt up.
Pretty much.
Sorry, what? Okay, I mean, all I heard was 1, 2,
Go
3,
that
4,
way.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, go that basically.
All right, XYZ, got it.
Yeah.
Nishizumi, your fingers play across the Elcars. You're finally behind the. You're sending your beautiful baby out into space. And is there a warp sound?
I didn't add it. I didn't like it.
Son of a- God damn it! I'm just kidding. You did a great job.
You automatically lose that determination.
Yeah,
I already
I'm
spent
taking
that
your
shit.
current determination.
I spent that shit as fast as I could, so he couldn't take it away.
Literally.
I did have an order I wanted to give to Lieutenant or Ensign Woodyard.
Yes.
Ensign Woodyard, could you specifically calibrate the ship's sensors to detect cloaked Romulan vessels, look for neutrino surges, that kind of thing?
I'd be happy to.
And Commander, as soon as you're done there, staff meeting, 30 minutes.
Aye, sir.
All right, Ensign. This will be. I will say that this task will create an advantage for any task looking to locate cloaked Romulan vessels. Please give me a I will say control. So it depends on the way that you're doing it. If you're typing in like computer procedures, I would say, and like getting your subroutines down at your station, I would say control science. If you're trying to align the deflector dish or any physical component of the ship in any way, it would be control engineering.
Am I going to
Coordinate
be...
with Lieutenant Commander Kelly.
Yes, Commander. I will do that.
Oh.
So I'll do engineering. Well, I'll do science then, and Kelly can do engineering. Is that?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you'd like to do.
All right, I'll use science then.
Alrighty.
May I assist with security?
Assist with yeah, the ship will assist, and I will allow Torg to assist either not on both tasks, either with Ensign Woodyard, or you can head down to engineering and assist with the engineering role if you'd like.
I will assist Ensign Woodyard.
Okay. In what way are you assisting?
Using my so the same things that came up on the on my sensors when the ship materialized off of our prow, and also exploiting my advantage Klingon. I know how cloaking devices work.
Cool. Yeah, I will allow an assist with. I'll allow an assist with. I'll say reason security.
Can I use a focus? I have sensor operations.
Sensor operations, I'll take you. And then the ship will roll. This will be computer science.
Okay.
The difficulty for this, I'm sorry, I should probably declare the difficulty. Difficulty for this task, I'm going to say, to set up that advantage, since it's normally a difficulty 4 roll to detect, I will say control science difficulty of 4.
Okay, we don't have any momentum?
Nope, but you can certainly add to threat to get dice as well.
Yeah, I will add, is it 3 threat for 2 dice, or is it...
Yep. So that'll be, so you roll 2 dice as standard, and then it's 1, 2, 3. So for your 3rd dice, it's 1 threat. For your 4th dice, it's 3 threat in total. So yes, to roll 4 dice in total, it would cost 3 resources.
Okay, I'll do that, then I'll add 3 threat.
Boom. Go ahead and make your roll. Awesome.
Well, that's I think it's horrific. Oh no, I rolled a 1, not a 20.
Yep.
Yeah, no, ones are good, two's bad.
Okay, I'm going to use technical expertise. Whenever you attempt a task assisted by the ship's computers or sensors, you may re-roll 1 d20.
Good stuff. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, whoops. No, stop.
Okay, I'm stopping.
No, sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Gosh darn it! Okay, hold on.
It's okay. Well, so you can go to the perform task button on your sheet, and then just tick it down to 1 dice.
There you go. How about I just do that? There we go.
That's okay.
Wow.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
That's a great roll. So that is 2, 3, and then we're still waiting on the ship. So the ship is rolling computers science.
Okay.
I believe that would be
young Ensign Woodyard. The Klingon just walks up behind him. Scan for these.
It's 1 die for the ship, correct?
Correct.
I think Edwards will grab it though.
I
Right?
usually take it. Yep. Sensors.
Oh, never mind.
No, never mind.
Alrighty. We'll keep
Sorry,
it.
it was a 14.
Yeah, no. Whoever grabs it, grabs it.
Absolutely.
I'm usually just on top of it, and I wasn't.
Cool. You hit it right on the button, so that is 4 successes. Whoever is on the Guan Yu character sheet, if
To
you could
be
please.
clear, just wanted a quick question. It would be computer science and not sensor science?
Yes, you're not actively scanning for any cloaked ships. You're using
Calibrations. You get it.
absolutely. All right. Anybody who's on the Guan Yu sheet, if you could please note an advantage in the notes section. Advantage on detecting cloaked Romulan vessels. That will reduce the difficulty of any task by 1.
Torg essentially looms behind the ensign and goes, "Cloaked ships will approach from these quadrants. The better to target your engines and/or generators."
Ensign, Titan turns around and says, "I've never met a Klingon before. Until today, I didn't even see one before."
Oh.
Congratulations.
I'm very proud.
He walks away.
I want more scenes with these two. It's two fucking Neelix all over again.
There's chemistry, and we need more of it. All right, your advantage is set up. Before the meeting, is there anything else that anybody would like to... Oh, engineering task, right? Or was there an engineering task that we wanted to do?
Yes, we were wanting to get Kelly to do the engineering task of trying to, further give us some more advantages. On
Okay.
detecting.
I will say that will be control engineering. Same deal. Difficulty of 4. And then I will spend my threat to increase complication rate to 3.
Well,
If we're-
I happen to have a cloaking device focus.
That'll do it.
I will give you a threat, so I can use bold engineering.
Mhm.
Does computer expertise come into play?
You'd be using... Let me take a look here. One moment. Stand by. Stand by! So the... I guess this is a question. So in what way are you modifying the ship in order to more accurately see cloaked vessels?
Okay, so there is background radiation and noise fucking everywhere in space. She is going to be adjusting the ship's software to adjusting the filters that determines what is and isn't important and what it might want to draw attention to better look for the emissions that would be released by a cloaked ship.
Okay, cool. I will say that, I would say that your technical expertise comes into play here.
Cool. I am going to go full fucking Borg on this and use my direct neural interface and interlink node as well. Assuming the ship is assisting?
It will be.
On it.
Okay, so that's 1 bonus dice from bold.
You get another one for your computer expertise, I think.
1 for computer expertise, and 1 for direct neural interface. Okay, so that's 3 bonus dice there. Yeah, I'm at 5 dice.
Okay.
With a focus. And a reroll.
So
And I get to
Great.
reroll the ship's d20.
so now is a time that I can come in and say, here's where I apologize to the other players. You are in the presence of just a dick when it comes to... No, I'm just kidding.
Kelly is our staples. That was easy button.
Only when it comes to engineering. Kestra is that for any medical issues.
So here's where I'm going to bring up a rule that doesn't really affect anything with this. However, since you truly have so many... Since we often had advantages that add dice to things for whatever talents. We're going to go to the rules as written rules for threat spends when we already have dice that are added. So you have a third and a fourth dice that you get from your talent. So that means your fifth dice would cost 3 threat instead of 1.
You know what? Go for it. Have the threat.
Thank you.
Diff 4, comp 3.
Complication range 3. And here we go. I will re-roll that 18.
Do you have to?
Yes.
Oh, the complication threat range. That's right.
And the ship.
What am I rolling? Sensor.
You are rolling computers engineering.
Cool. I have a focus because I'm a ship. I love rolling ships.
Mm-hmm.
Hey!
Alright, so that's 7. 3. Okay. 3 momentum generated on that task. You do a very good job, Kelly. Nice job. In setting up, you can see you're very easily able to filter information from the space field itself. You should have a much better time detecting these entities. So, this will reduce your difficulty further. So now you have 2 advantages in regards to your detecting cloaked Romulan vessels. So you will have a -2 difficulty to any for that. Okay. Is there anything else that we would like to do before staff meeting?
No, but this is why we do prep work, people.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
Indeed.
Staff meeting. Alrighty. We move on. I take a momentum for the change of scene.
I want to spend that momentum before we change.
Seriously?
I don't know.
We're gonna lose a momentum no matter what, so...
No, I want to specifically spend that one.
Nope. No, sorry. Oh, sorry. Can't allow it.
Can you
Anyways.
just spend threat instead?
Can I delete these tokens?
Yeah, don't worry about them. They're gone now. No one else.
Okay.
They're gone. They're real gone now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So let me put everybody's tokens out here.
They will not
We
be
got-
bothering us each other.
Kelly and our new ensign, Peyton. Everybody, put you where you go.
I don't know why you moved
Put
me
yourself
off my
where you-
chair to.
I did. Yep.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Okay, every time I try and move my character, those
It's just
four-
because you. Yeah, it's because you got multiple selected. Just hit exit, and it should solve it for you.
I'm not sure how you do that.
Escape is what he meant.
Or just do a bounding box around your character. So if you click and hold, you'll see an orange box. Just make sure you just grab yours.
Gotcha.
Yeah, escape doesn't actually work on the browser version. It works on the program version.
Nishizumi will sit there. Look at that.
All right.
Hello?
Salute.
Kelly is just awkwardly standing at the end of the table.
Pacing.
Just,
Peace.
chilling.
There's really no need to salute at this point because we're all walking in at the same time.
Yeah, you all file into the conference room.
Yeah.
You smell Romulan cologne as you stand on the chairs.
Do the Romulans even wear cologne?
Deception.
Yes. And it is Black
Deception
Noir.
by Kelvin Klein.
Calvin Klein's deception.
No. You know that cologne that comes in a little black bottle, the Drakkar Noir, that is offensively strong? That is what the Romulans wear.
Smells like a typical Uber in Chicago. That's great.
Yes, exactly. It smells like an Uzbekistani Uber driver.
Pakistani Uber driver who has a troubling amount of chest hair, a gold chain, an open dress shirt, a backwards cap, and is talking on 2 different phone calls at the same time.
Yes. That is
True
my
story. That is
my-
actually
That is my Klingon Defense Force uniform. I find that offensive.
yes. Hidden killer, Tor. Come on.
That fucking beat was perfect.
Truly.
He exists to stand in the background and insult people. And they are
I'm
glorious.
here for it.
Truly.
I love the
all
fact
right.
that he basically just patted Woodyard on the head during their first encounter. Pat, pat, pat.
Congratulations.
Just
Job,
walked
child.
away. You're going to
All
die.
right. Alrighty. To get back at this to the situation at hand, Captain, you have your entire senior staff.
I think this is actually Woodyard's first encounter with Lieutenant Kelly.
Oh yeah, so Ensign Woodyard, actually we'll make this a thing. You are since the 2 of you were finishing up some work. You see both entering into the door at the same time. You notice a engineering officer. Kelly, do you want to give a description of your character for me?
Saoirse Kelly is about 5'6", and if it weren't for the hips, it might actually not be instantly apparent that Saoirse is in fact a woman. She has a very petite build, kind of flat chest, but what draws your eye, so to speak, is her eye. Her left eye is obviously artificial and contains multiple different irises and lenses that are constantly adjusting and focusing. She also appears to be holding a bag of some sort of snack food that she's munching on.
Oh, excuse me.
Huh? Oh, you're new.
My name is Ensign Woodyard. What is your name?
Lieutenant Commander Saoirse Kelly, Chief Engineer.
You know, somebody on the station told me to be afraid of you. I thought it was because they thought that you were mean, but now I think it's because they think you're a Borg.
Oh.
I love this kid.
It's a long, awkward silence.
Ensign Woodyard, I'm gonna make you roll.
Or just sitting staring
Can
at
I
his
feel
pad
that
going,
from in the room?
Wow, that was so great. Thank you for saying that.
or just staring at his pad going, and I thought I was going to be the one to kill him.
You have no idea what you just done. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that we got off on the right foot.
Yep, this is the right foot. All right, insight command.
Right foot as she marches your ass to the brig.
Insight command difficulty of 1.
Okay.
That's how the ensign discovered the airlock.
So it was so close to a 20.
Okay, yeah, that's how that roll's gonna go.
That tracks.
Ensign Woodyard, you continue walking into the room.
Saoirse, stopped dead in her tracks. She looks to just be pondering this.
I want to look up. Is there something wrong with the door? You're just staring at it as if it needs to be fixed.
She just shakes her head for a moment and goes to sit down.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ah.
That's the best thing ever to say to a liberated Borg. It's like, maybe they thought that you were a Borg. And he walks in. What is Kelly's surface thoughts right now?
Hold on. This is best expressed via an image.
Allow me to show you my interpretive dance to show you exactly how mad I am. Hold on, I gotta see this.
I kind of like
Quick
look
AFK
at-
while you're doing this. I can hear though.
I kind of look at Ellie, and it's kind of I'm like, okay.
You know, I don't know.
Ensign Woodyard, you thought that well, no, you didn't roll a complication. I'll say that you don't think anything not good or bad happened to that. You thought that it was just a nice interaction.
I will say this. I might punch the new guy.
That's okay.
Wait. She says that out loud.
Yes.
That's what we're laughing at.
I will go ahead and join you in that if you ever want to do that.
Are we just gonna be? Wait, guys, we can't just.
Nishizumi just says that and
Yeah.
just says a very
any rate.
straightforward face at the ensign.
Nishizumi, I appreciate you.
It's my understanding that assaulting the junior officers is not permitted.
Yes.
That is
Continuing
correct.
on. Yeah. Edwards, are you back yet or no? Okay. Yeah, we're just waiting for Edwards.
Yeah, I'm back, and I'm just going to look over at Kestra and then look at the group. All right, we're not assaulting the new guy. Just putting that on the table right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just make the tacit thing that wasn't a serious thing that was said in character.
It was said in character. It was not serious.
Yeah, that's why Edwards just kind of glances over at Kestra and just kind of raises an eyebrow and just like, yeah, we're not going to punch the new guy. However,
Titan has a blissfully ignorant smile on his face, awaiting the start of this meeting.
camaraderie and revelry. Well done. Okay, moving on.
Saoirse offers Nishizumi some gummy bears.
She actually does take.
All right.
Okay, we didn't do any changeling tests on Nishizumi. I'm concerned now. All right. Anyway,
Actually,
has
as
very-
everyone walks in the room, she does do the test.
Yeah. And yes, and everybody is who they say they are.
yeah.
She does the test.
she draws,
except
Saoirse's
Nishizumi's
blood.
blood is.
After she draws Saoirse's blood, Saoirse points at it and goes, I'm going to need those back later.
Oh yes. She puts Saoirse's blood separate.
Good plan.
Okay.
All right.
We are currently tasked to meet up with our old friend, Commander Darun of the Solrek. That being said, there is a bit of speculation on what her current allegiance is. She's either defecting, allegedly, to us to provide intel, or, according to the Romulan Empire, she is pretending to defect and has every intention of destroying us, our station, and subsequent Klingon outposts, with some sort of modified engine capable of producing wormholes. I'm just going to lean over and look at Kelly.
Pardon me to interrupt. Is it
No, go ahead.
supposed to be very similar to the device, to the station we encountered?
That was my first theory. Obviously, creating a wormhole of that size takes a lot of energy, and I suspect they were pulling from the anomaly. However, to put that in a mobile capability like a bird of prey, that's a lot of power draw.
Well, they are powered by an artificial quantum singularity.
Yes, if anything could do it, it would be them.
True. So, step one is to somehow make contact with the Solrek. Now, fortunately, as far as the Solrek knows, or at least as far as we know the Solrek knows, we're supposed to meet up with them. However, they may attempt to turn their wormhole-generating weapon on us. So, we're in a bit of a conundrum. We have to go in assuming both the best and worst case scenarios. Kelly, Torg, I know it's a big ask, but find some way to defend against a wormhole-based weapon? And I say that with as much inflection as I can. Just...
His voice goes up 2 octaves at the end of that sentence.
Yeah. Just
Yes,
once I
sir.
want the ship to be shot at with a phaser or a torpedo. Not a planet. Kelly, Woodyard, keep an eye out, keep scanning for any trace of cloaked vessels. That being said, they may approach us as a friendly. We'll maintain yellow alert, shields up, all that jazz.
Aye, aye, sir.
Commander, anything to add?
No, nothing at this time. Although I would advise everyone, be careful. Know that the Romulans are scared of whatever this is. So it would be advisable to be cautious in all of our interactions with this Captain Maroon, was it?
Daroon, yes. Well, we actually did encounter this sub-commander at the time, outside of NPCs. Orion. They were the second in command after their commander was killed during the altercation between us, the Venture, and them during your
Right.
subaquatic shuttle mission.
Right, yes. I remember now.
One of the few people
Don't worry,
we could
Captain.
call.
If we encounter them, I will be sure to send out one ping only. I'm the only one in this room that gets that reference, aren't I?
No, you're not.
But that
Please
was in
stop.
character.
Okay,
That was 100% in character.
Okay.
I personally do not get that reference.
I don't either. I was
Thank
going to
fuck.
stay quiet until somebody else said that they didn't get it.
For the group, you may want to explain that reference to Ensign Woodyard. Just to
Really?
bring him up to speed. Yeah.
No one else has seen The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, I have.
I'm ashamed to tell you, I have never seen it.
I remember that. Was that movie you made me watch? With the submarine.
Yeah, that was the one.
Cord makes a note on his pad.
Out of character, this episode really does seem to like be a reminder of that. Probably heavily inspired by that movie.
All right.
Anyway,
I'm
Well,
thinking.
Ensign
out of
Woodyard raises his
character.
hand and says, "Excuse me, Captain. As you know,
Yes.
I studied astrophysics with an emphasis on quantum mechanics in the academy. I believe that wormholes may emit a special graviton signature. Maybe their weapon produces that same signature. Perhaps I could attune the sensors to look for that, as well as the cloaking devices."
It's not a bad idea.
Oh, well, the new guy might be useful for something more than putting his foot in his mouth.
Get
Foot
on it,
in
Ensign.
my mouth?
The lieutenant Nishizumi does not say a word. He just looks at him very straightforward. Looks at the answer just straightforward. Does not say a word and has no emotion. He just gives you a very blank stare.
I feel the chill, and I suddenly find something very urgent to look up on my data pad.
Oh, good, because she has a focus in intimidation. So I was about to use that.
nope.
Nope.
I love
nope.
that. And he's 6'1" and you're 5'2", and you're just
Yeah.
staring up at him. Just,
Yeah, right.
Okay, moving on. Now, I've got us at Warp 7 right now, but it's going to take us a while to get to the alleged rendezvous area. So, Kelly, Nishizumi, let's see if we can push it up to at least Warp 9. We'll get there in about a week.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll make it happen.
Shoot. Doesn't this ship have a sustainable warp velocity of like 9.75?
9.97 or 997 is
That's
actually
maximum
Yeah.
speed. I was
That
talking
would-
about sustainable velocity.
Yeah. No, I believe its cruising speed was 9.997. Anyway, I don't want to cruise too fast. Both sides are expecting us. So let's make it, fast, but not, urgent. And I've got this sexy chart. I'm going to use it.
Well,
Well,
is there
are
anything
there any
else,
questions? Any questions?
Not at this moment.
Okay. Commander, I believe you have a new duty roster moving forward.
Yes, I'm going to send that out now. I bring up my command data pad and forward that to everybody. And these are the new duty rosters. These are your scheduled shifts. Let's see here. Pull this up. I need to get to the thing. Give me a second. Right, for Alpha Shift, it will be myself and Captain Edwards. Lieutenant Commander Kelly in engineering. Ensign Sorrel will be in medical, of course. And Ensign Woodyard, you will be science station for Alpha Shift. Data Shift command is Lieutenant Nishizumi. Second will be Lieutenant Torg. Engineering will be Chief Fox. And science will be Ensign Strasser. And Gamma Shift will be Lieutenant Mitchell and Dunn.
And other named people, we don't have names for yet.
This is out of character. Can we have that shift thing
Yeah, here.
pinned?
It's actually
Yeah.
in the progression. It's in
Is-
the progression log in the great many tabs, but I will pin it
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just for like
Yeah.
for reference in the future.
Yeah, should
That-
red
yeah,
alert happen, we all just go to our normal jobs anyway. This is just day to day, so the GM knows where we are at any given hour, and that way both our senior red shirts get command experience.
Captain,
Go ahead. Lieutenant?
Rules of engagement in the event we encounter the Romulan ship we are supposed to find under attack from a Romulan ship we are not.
That is an excellent question. And I really wish you didn't ask it out loud, so the GM didn't hear. Okay. In character. We'll have to play it by ear.
Target's Klingon for worst case scenario.
Yeah. We'll have to play it by ear. My gut instinct is to assist whichever one is losing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there, any other business before we change scenes?
When they're dismissed, Search says, Ensign Woodyard, give her a moment.
I'm so sorry. We're gonna do like a 2-minute pause. I really just need to go to the bathroom again. Just one moment.
No worries.
I'm going to site the site
The
transport out
tension
of
is
this room.
ramping up. I'm looking to see how high my security is so I can see if I can duck.
There's no escape, by the way. She
I know.
controls the ship.
I know.
I'm in
Yeah,
command by her grace.
The
Oh.
Commander Kelly is on her own on this point now. He's not going to back her up that far.
I don't think Kelly needs your help to beat up an ensign.
Right. He's pretty lanky.
This is why you fight smarter, not harder.
That's right.
He is fighting smarter. Kelly is smarter than him. Oh, poor Ensign
too
Woodmore.
much.
Okay, so who are you re-rolling?
Look, I just figured you guys missed Commander Caden a little bit, and you just needed someone else.
Oh
to
no,
bounce
Cra-
ideas off of, you know?
Creighton fucked our ship up hardcore by trying to cut a few
Yeah.
corners.
He was not that funny. Just say that.
Oh,
He's nowhere near this
No.
hilarious.
Apologies, everybody.
That's Thal.
Welcome back.
It was
Yeah, Creighton was
very-
the NPC.
Anyways, yes. So that is actually one question I had about the duty watcher. Is Creighton a part of that or not?
Did Creighton stay on the ship? As far as I know, she was not.
I thought she was assigned to our engineering division.
Just temporarily while we came back, but we actually never got word that she was staying.
Never got word that she was leaving.
I said I would be happy to have her, but that might not have been the case. And that didn't happen in that meeting.
You want to have someone who almost killed you on board? Really?
Throw a dart, Nishizumi.
No, I'm not saying that out loud. I am not saying that out loud in character. I'm just
I know.
saying out of character.
Yeah, I know that, but I don't have any other thing to call you.
It wasn't like she intentionally tried to
Yeah.
kill us.
Half the people in the room have intentionally tried to
Look,
kill me.
it was just a little unintentional murder, nothing to hold against ya.
Hey, that's not murder. That's manslaughter.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sorry
Klingon
about that.
ships, we call it promotion.
Nice.
Yeah, if Creighton did stay on the ship, then Chief Fox is losing the beta shift.
To your knowledge, Lieutenant Commander Creighton, you have not heard anything about Lieutenant Commander Creighton. You know that she is on board the vessel, but you do not know. You haven't conferred with her.
In that case, while it's on my head, Commander Hagen. As
Yes.
far as I know, Lieutenant Commander Creighton is still aboard.
Ah, well, then we should probably put her on beta shift then.
I'm sure the Chief would enjoy having a normal day shift, as befits his transporter capabilities.
Aye, sir. I reschedule that.
Okay. Cool. So that would mean in beta shift is where she's going.
Yeah, she'll take over. She's switching out for Chief Fox. Chief Fox is going to normal day shift, as he is the transporter chief.
Okay.
Once we activate him and need him.
Lieutenant Commander Creighton is a lieutenant commander.
Yes. That is
Just letting you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, cool. She's just going to be engineering station.
Well, no, she's chief engineer when Kelly's not on duty during beta shift.
I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She's not on the. Yeah, she's an engineer. Okay.
Yeah.
So
The three people in charge of engineering, depending on the 8-hour shift, are Kelly, Creighton, and Dune. Basically,
Cool.
Kelly takes care of the day-to-day, they take care of the night routine, and report to her in the morning. That being said, daily meetings are at 1600, right as day shift ends and evening shift takes over. This way, the senior staff get to take it a little longer, because we're always on duty anyway, and Nishizumi and Torg don't have to start their shift too early. So,
alrighty.
we can bring you guys up to speed and tell you what the plan is for the evening shifts.
Okay.
Crew management
So-
of the simulator.
It's so fun. All right. Well, before I ran to the bathroom, sorry. I believe there was a little moment between Kelly and Woodyard that needed to happen, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, my chair.
Here you can go.
Let the children play in the playground.
Oh, there you go.
Alrighty.
Yes, Commander.
She kind of looks him up and down a moment and pops a gummy bear in her mouth. Just so everyone is on the same page. I was in fact assimilated by the Borg. I was connected to the Borg Collective for approximately 43 minutes. It was beyond nightmarish, and it was kind of a faux pas for you to bring it up.
Oh, so I guess you coming to the science lab so I could talk cybernetics with you would probably not be a good idea.
No, I'd be down for that.
Oh, that sounds like a
That
great
said,
plan.
if we have to have this conversation a second time, it's going to involve a wrench. And I work in engineering. We have some very big wrenches that will be very, very uncomfortable in the places I'm going to put them. Okay?
Copy that.
Cool. Carry on. She pops another gummy bear in her mouth and walks off.
he says, Titan says to himself, something tells me I'm not making the best first impression.
And with that, the scene ends. I'll take a momentum. Now, as Nishizumi will be pointing out, the travel time between the exact coordinate... Well, I should say that there is not an exact coordinate in which I'll pull everybody to the map. That we are going to, all that we know for sure, all that you know for sure, is that they should be between here and here.
And to get
if-
to here at warp 8 would take us 7 days.
So,
yep.
So we have about a week to work on whatever we need to work on, basically.
Assuming they're also traveling towards us.
That's where they said they were going.
And that's why I said it'd take about a week. Should be a little less. Hopefully. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
I think we should hit warp 10 and be there. And there. And there. And there. And there. And there. And there.
So, this is the GM's question to the crew. You have around a week of travel time. However, there is a highly volatile area of space between where you are and where Alpha Volantis connects. Each day of travel time, there is a chance something good or something bad can happen.
I vote good.
Me too.
So,
Yeah, let's go with good. That's what the crew decides. Thank you for asking.
yeah, no problem. A couple of things to
I love democracy.
it's great. It's really fun. So,
He said it was a question for the
Basically-
crew.
the way that this is going to work is it's going to be an old D&D style luck check per day. You want low numbers, high numbers are bad.
Before we do that,
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Torg,
Sir.
just going to turn over my chair. We got a bit of travel time. It'd probably be best to run drills.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I leave that to your discretion.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm sorry. Out of character.
No, yeah, of course that's on the character. Yeah, that's right. I think that was a question towards everybody else. That's me. I don't know what you mean specifically.
Like run drills? Yeah, sure. We can run drills. I'll be more than happy to run with him.
I used to run drills all the time, and it gave us a quick advantage on things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Nishizumi would be more than happy to assist him with that.
Okay. So now I ask Lieutenant Torg for this area of preparation. How many days of drills are you intending to do? And for what are you drilling? So, combat drills is sort of a really broad area. What specific activity are you going to, or activities are you going to be drilling over your 7 days? At least
7 days. We will do 4 damage control drills on different decks and 3 repel borders drills.
Okay. Are these going to be in the holodeck, or are we doing this like shirts versus skins in the hallways?
The damage control drills will be live in the hallways because people need to figure out how to get places when the turbo lifts aren't working. The repel borders, however, we can do on the holodeck.
Okay. So, basically, what you want is you want a so 4 damage control drills and 3 repel borders drills. You want the majority of those drills, over 50% of those. So you want 3 of the 4 to succeed in order to get some sort of advantage in regards to damage control, and you want at least 2 of them to succeed for the repel borders. That sounds like that sounds like. I'm wondering which way I can do this. I will say that this can be something that goes on in the background, and it's going to be an extended task that I will allow. Since Torg, you are the one who is going to be coordinating these, you will be the lead roller. I will allow a specific assist, depending on what department it is. So I will allow 1 assist from engineering and 1 assist other than Torg's main role for security.
Nishizumi will assist.
Okay.
In any way she can with the security side, because she does have a pretty good security.
Okay. Cool. So this extended task. Just one moment. Let me get onto my extended task rules here. Just one moment, please. Here's my little table. Wonderful. So this will be technically a timed thing, since you have a certain amount of time to do it. We will do 1 roll, 1 sort of set of rolls per interval. So you have 7 tries to get this, at least, depending on what happens on your way there. This work track is going to be pretty high. It's going to be work track of 18. Magnitude, I'm going to say, since you're sort of creating a program of drills that you're running, I'm going to say your magnitude is going to be 4. Your resistance is going to go up because you're doing 2 different sorts of drills during the same period of time. So your resistance will be 2. And your role for this will be presence plus relevant department. So for Torg and Ishizumi, it's going to be security. For, I'm assuming, Kelly, for the engineering roles, it will be presence engineering.
Would medical be in this too?
The specific drills that we are doing right now are going to be repelling borders, which seems to me to be a security task, and damage control, which is engineering. If you would like to also coordinate a series of drills.
I would, actually, for emergency medical teams.
Okay. So, work track, starting over. Work track will be 20. Magnitude will be 6. Resistance will be 3. Yeah, and the difficulty for this per roll, so it's going to be presence plus relevant department, whether it be security, engineering, or medicine. Difficulty of 5.
I make you people run drills so I can run for beers.
So, Edward, did you already leave? One moment. Hang on. Gotta create
It's a 700 square foot place. It doesn't take me long to get back.
Okay.
What's up?
Now then, I'm just creating the task here.
Oh, I see.
So, magnitude of 5, resistance 3. And this is going to be drills.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Just name it drills, so I'm gonna change it to something better.
Thanks. Alrighty. So, are we ready to go?
Are we each going to be rolling a separate thing?
Lieutenant Torg is the one who is doing the coordination of this series of drills, as was the order. So you each will be assisting Torg in his main role.
There you go.
Okie dokie.
Extended
The
task
ship will
renamed.
not be assisting.
Would my focus of emergency medicine apply?
It would, yes. So, Torg, please make your control security roll.
And I'm going to tap a couple of things here. I am aboard ship, so I get to tell my security detachment to go out and pretend to either be casualties or boarders as needed. So I will tap my security detachment advantage. Focus probably number 6, team dynamics. Seems like it's right up this alley.
That is, yes, absolutely. Your advantage is going to come in a reduction of resistance. So it's going down from 3 to 2.
Perfect. And then, because I haven't really delved into this as much yet, because it's part of Torg's management philosophy, either values 3 or 4 here, I think, are going to potentially be tested as he explains his management philosophy.
Mm-hmm. Only a full fight. No, sorry, I shouldn't read your values. Okay. So are you saying that those are helping you or hindering you in this instance?
I expect that personnel with the Klingon watching over them might try and do things that are more cross the line between foolhardy and brave, and therefore challenge when I have to explain to them value number 3.
Okay. I will allow you at this point or at any point throughout the task here to use that value, your determination as well, to be like, yes, this, like, sometimes this, you need to leave people behind so that everybody else can live.
Yep.
So I will, you don't have to do that right now. You can do that at any point throughout this sequence. Are you looking to do that now? You can also use that to re-roll after your roll as well.
No, I think for this, I think I will use it for this come out roll to spend my determination to get a die that comes out as 1, as a natural 1. I can do that, right?
Yes. So in the perform tasks menu, just click use you have a focus. Click use determination or value. That will automatically give you another dice that is a 1.
Okay. And then I will buy 1. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That being said, whatever you buy up to, drop your dice pool by 1. So if you buy up to 3, only roll 2, because that other one, that instant 1 is going to show up. It'll throw the numbers
Gotcha.
off. Yeah.
Right, and then I will take on 2 threat to pick up a third die.
Wonderful, thank you.
And so I want to leave my dice pool at 2. If I am understanding.
Well, it would only be 1 threat if you're only picking up 1 dice.
No, because it's my second die. Because it depends how is that gonna calculate with the rules as written? That counts as a die that rolls an auto natural 1.
Yes. Yep. So this is good. So that is considered your third die.
Okay.
Right. So yes, you are correct in your amount of stuff that you're using.
Perfect.
So you're going to be rolling 4 dice in total, including the 1 that you have. So tick up your ticker to 3.
Gotcha. All
yep.
Right. And
yeah, it's just the one thing they didn't do well.
I think I am set then.
Okay. Go ahead and make your main roll. Yeah. Presence. Sheesh. Okay. That is currently 2 successes out of a required 5. All right.
So should now all of us assist roll
Go
now?
ahead and roll your assists. Yeah.
Okay. Tactics, strategies, focus.
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll be rolling presence security as well.
Okay.
Starfleet protocol, by the way, is no man left behind. Even if that man is dead, you drag his body.
That is certainly Starfleet protocol.
It's day one. We'll beat the things out of him. Although I can't really say anything. I try to leave myself behind at least once.
Twice. 2, 4,
Twice.
5. I believe we have one more roll coming in from Kelly.
Oh, right. I
Yep.
need to do that, don't I?
Yep.
Presence engineering, yeah?
Correct.
So I will give you a threat for... Oh, I'm assisting, right.
Yep, you are assisting. Yep, so just the
Damn.
one die.
Okay, and I got no focuses for this, so here we go. This is gonna be embarrassing, maybe. Surprisingly not!
Okay. So you have
On
generated
the dot.
one. Yeah, you have generated 1 momentum since you have 2, 4, 5, 6 successes. So you have generated 1 momentum. There is still a
Watch that
complication holding out.
complication.
I have no functions to generate a reroll, so
You
complication.
can quash that complication with 2 momentum.
Yeah, that's what earlier today I said I made the rookie mistake of lowering our pool to 1 and then got that complication. So
Yeah, let's quash it. Let's quash it with the momentum.
Alrighty. So that is a success. So Cord, you're going to be rolling 7 challenge dice for me. So this is 2 plus whatever discipline that you used forever is the way that you calculate how many dice you roll for extended tasks. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. That gets you 4 on the work track. Unfortunately, that is not enough to achieve a breakthrough, and there is no more momentum to re-roll any of your dice. So you are now 4 on the work track. Alrighty. Now, Captain Edwards. To signify what happens on this first day, please roll 1d20.
Ooh, no.
Oh,
can I spend determination to re-roll that?
Yeah,
No, I'm joking.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This is gonna be fun!
To be fair, this is as bad as it could possibly go. So, we got that out of the way.
You underestimate my power.
So, you make your way all the way to the Delta Doradus star system.
The Delta Doradus. I've always wanted to visit here.
One moment.
Set in an asteroid made of solid gold.
The Ferengi Mecca. Actually, they don't like gold. They like the latinum inside the gold.
Yeah, gold is worthless.
Yeah. Exactly.
It can be replicated.
Upon approaching the Delta Doradus star system, Ensign Woodyard, would you please make a daring science roll? This will be difficulty of 5.
The captain's watching. You don't fuck up.
So that is Daring Science, difficulty 5. Your sensor's focus will apply here. Okay. Yes, that is the roll that you are rolling.
Assisted by the ship.
Yes. Ensign, you there?
Senor Woodmore.
Ensign, are you muted on your end? Ensign!
You're...
Maybe Saoirse did kill him.
Kelly, yeah, I was gonna say it was a joke, right?
No, I'm sorry. No. No, I'm sorry. So here's the deal. I have the mute button, and then I have a headphone where you do the microphone down, and I had my microphone up, and I was sitting here talking, and I'm like, why can't you hear me? And I didn't have the microphone down.
Totally.
I apologize.
No, don't apologize. That's totally fine.
I was
Been
like,
there, done that.
So,
what is going on? Yes, sorry.
to reiterate, that's going to be Daring Science, difficulty of 5.
Yes. Oh, boy. I'm going to have to give some threat to get... I'm going to get 2 more dice, at least.
Okay.
Am I assisted by the ship?
The ship will be assisting.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to go... I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more die, and then have the dice do and then focus.
Focus and sensor operations will apply here.
Okay.
Oh my
Look
god!
at that.
Hell yes.
You rolled so well.
That was
Gamer's
pretty
luck.
Bravo!
And that
I'll
is
just
how
leave
we
it there.
do it on the Guan Yu.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Okay.
it should be done that way. That is.
Uh-oh. I'll do it.
The ship roll, please. Sensor
Yep.
science.
Yep,
Please keep in
sorry.
mind that I did already reduce the difficulty for your advanced sensitivity. All right.
Sorry, we just wanted to fill up that pool.
No, it's okay. Totally fine.
Don't worry, we'll fill your pool next.
Good. So, Ensign, you are on your duty shift. Yeah. The ship, I believe, right now is currently at status yellow alert. Correct?
Correct.
Ensign, directly in your path, your sort of route was going to take you through the Delta, or very closely around the Delta Dorada star system. In your path currently, and the sensors list it as an anomaly of unknown origin. That's the information that you get from the system. But you immediately look at the information that the sensors are... Like, you look at the raw data that the sensors are handing you, and you sort of... Actually, we're going to take a step back. Ensign, you close your eyes, and you are back in your... back in your senior level quantum mechanics course. You see in front of you is a theoretical model of what happens when a quantum singularity has so much power driven into it that the very essence of subspace gets damaged to the point that warp is not possible. So you're looking, you see the lecturer is saying, yes, this is a theoretical model that I've been working on. Students, what is your assessment?
massive amount of power like that. There has
Yes.
to be some kind of way to control that massive flow of power.
Wow.
Singularity. I don't know.
And you find yourself back on board a steaming forward Intrepid-class starship, and you see a very telltale theoretical sign of that same anomaly directly ahead of you.
Captain, I believe this is the weapon.
All stop. Red alert. What do we got?
Also,
No, sorry, yellow alert. We'll stick it yellow.
okay, yellow alert.
Yeah. Talk to me, Ensign.
Well,
What do you got?
theoretically, if an enormous power source rips the fabric of space-time, well, that's what's showing on my sensors. I believe that we're running up against this.
Okay. Zen Ishizumi, take us in closer. Ensign Woodmore, keep eyes on that thing. Lieutenant Torg, keep scanning for cloaked Romulan vessels.
Yes, sir. Captain, I found something in the records that may be of use against a wormhole generating weapon.
All right, let's have it.
Apparently, last year at Deep Space Nine, there was an effort to artificially generate wormholes. The reports said that it interacted poorly with the shields on a standard target drone. However, it did produce a graviton shockwave that was significant.
Ensign, is that what we're picking up here? A graviton shockwave?
That is it. I've been very carefully monitoring the graviton signatures emanating from the area of space that we're traveling through, and this is it.
Ensign, you see that the entity is expanding.
Captain, it's getting bigger. You've got to find that ship.
Okay, get as many detailed scans of that thing as you can. Maybe it'll help us fight this thing in the future. If you can find a way to close it, do so. Lieutenant Commander Kelly.
Sir.
We've got a graviton wave up here, likely caused by the alleged wormhole generating weapon.
Oh, fun.
I apologize. Out of character, I was apparently not clear. The graviton wave was generated when the wormhole was collapsed by interacting with the shields of the target drone.
Just so everybody's aware, I will be leaving in about 4 minutes.
You are very punctual, and it saddens me.
Mood.
Sorry about that.
Ensign, I can provide you with additional information if you spend momentum.
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, no, my friend. You are the science officer. You get one free momentum ask.
I do. You're absolutely right. Is that before or after I spend, though?
No. You get the free one, and then you can spend more afterwards if you want.
Got it. Okay. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and use my science officer trait, and then I will use one more momentum if I need to. I'm going to hold off, though.
Ensign, at the middle of this anomaly, there is a Romulan vessel of the same specifications in the computer for the IKS Solar.
Soul record.
Just so we're clear, the ship is traveling in the wave.
The ship is currently dead in the water. I will take a momentum.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Go ahead and take a momentum. Yes.
The ship is currently at an alt stop. Currently not moving in the middle of this entity. You see by your sensors that warp travel is not possible inside this area that is expanding. However, you read the soul wreck is inside this field of gravimetric energy, and there is an unknown quality to this that you surmise would, if left standing, this anomaly could permanently destroy the ability to warp in the area that this anomaly is affecting.
Got it. I don't know if this is I think this might be an extra.
And how big is it currently?
Yeah, that was going to be my question. Yeah, I don't know if it was an extra momentum though, so that's I was thinking about using it or not.
No, I'll give that to you for free. It is currently almost completely enveloping the entire system that is Delta Dorado. And with that, we will end for today.
Oh.
On the edge of a precipice lies the goal and the mission of the USS Guan. Join us next week when we see what way we can get this fixed.
Ensign
You just had
Woodyard,
to
you've
roll a
got...
20, didn't you?
Yeah, that... I guess this is my fault, yeah.
Bravo, bravo.
Can I just say that I think Ensign Woodyard is just a fantastic addition to the crew.
I swear I'm gonna balance it out. The annoying and the not annoying. I
No,
promise.
Oh, you are perfect, my
Continue.
dude.
I want as many scenes between you, Nishizumi, you, Kelly, and you and Torg as I can get.
Well, I've got one idea with Torg coming up, so I've been thinking about this for a week actually. So